Hi, I'm Johnny, and this is Off the Beaten Trail, and today I'm taking you to Desoto Falls in DeKalb County, Alabama. So before we go ahead and jump into this video, I want to go ahead and talk about Little River Canyon. So Little River Canyon is on the top of Lookout Mountain, and Little River feeds into the canyon and created the canyon. Actually, it's a beautiful canyon. I did an informational video on Little River Canyon. I'm going to leave that in the description below in case you haven't seen it. I highly suggest that you check it out, because after this video I'm going to be taking you throughout Little River Canyon. And Desoto Falls, like I said, is kind of like the mouth of Little River Canyon. So it's like I'm going to be going down the falls later to check out the drop, and I'm going to be talking to you more about this area. I'm really excited. Okay, y'all, I'm extremely excited to be taking you to Desoto Falls. Desoto Falls is an extremely beautiful waterfall. It's very high, and at the top of the waterfall there is a dam that dams up the river, and this little river, which is the name of the river actually, Little River, on the top of Lookout Mountain, has a lot of beautiful areas. There's a boat launch up here, and you can also have kayaking adventures. I saw a lot of different kayakers. It looks like you could probably rent a kayak. You could definitely bring your own, and it is really cool. It's a really beautiful area to check out, and I highly recommend coming to visit this area. So Desoto Falls, I'm pretty sure, is located within DeSoto State Park. Honestly, I can't really remember, but I do know that I drove throughout DeSoto State Park. DeSoto State Park has a lot of different beautiful attractions that are free. You can go on a lot of these trails and you can drive throughout the park without having to pay. But they also have a lot of different activities and things that they offer that most state parks don't have, like a rock climbing wall, for instance, that you have to pay for. And on top of that, DeSoto State Park has a lot of really nice amenities. I stayed at the park in the camping area. It was a really nice place to stay. So the first thing that we notice as soon as we come out here to see the falls is there's a big dam. And this dam is really beautiful. It's really scenic. I enjoyed it. You can bring your kids around and they can wade around in the dam water. And then if you want, you can swim out in the river away from the dam. I think that it's a really cool location, and there's a lot of activities to do out here. It's really fun, and it's perfect for everybody in the family. You have picnic tables in this area, and there's walkways that are paved, so it can be handicap accessible to view different parts of this area. So I definitely think that this is a great place for everyone in the family, and on top of that, pets are allowed. So like I said, this is just a really cool location, and I highly recommend that everybody come and check it out. Okay, so the Desoto Falls are located on DeKalb County. DeKalb County has a population of about 71,000. DeKalb County, Alabama's largest city is Fort Payne, with a population of about 14,000. And Fort Payne, Alabama is only about 25 minutes from Desoto Falls by car. The Desoto Falls are about 1 hour south of Chattanooga, 1 hour and 30 minutes east of Huntsville, and 1 hour and 50 minutes north of Birmingham by car. So if you walk straight alongside the dam and you go all the way across it as if you were walking across the top of the dam, right next to the dam on the right hand side of the river, you're going to notice that there is a very steep bank, or a very steep rock surface, and I actually climbed directly up this rock surface. And when you go back there, there are several different trails, and I used this trail system to get down to the mouth of the waterfall. Now, to get down to the mouth of the waterfall, I really just stayed toward the right. I stayed on the right trail all of the way. However, it got really steep at some points, and then there were actually points where I did some rock climbing. I had to climb up rock faces that were straight up about 50 feet or so to get down to the bottom of this this mouth of the waterfall, to where this little pond is. And it wasn't impossible. I mean, there were really good handholds, but it was a little bit dangerous, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I don't know how many other people do this or don't do this, or if there's a safer way down to the mouth of the waterfall. But what I do know is for me, it was worth it. I did see there were other areas along the mouth of the waterfall on the other side, and it looked like there was a bank. There were a lot of very large buildings. People owned amazing houses directly against the gorge cliffs. So I definitely think that, you know, there has to be other ways to get down here. I'm not recommending that you do exactly what I did, but I am saying that's how I got down there. So to get down to the actual waterfall, I walked alongside the banks of this rock surface, and I kind of hopped from one rock to another rock. And then it got to the point where I actually had to wade a little bit and swim through the water to get to the waterfall. But one thing I definitely want to say is this waterfall has a lot of power. Once I get back to the point where I can get back to the bank, you can notice that the sound of the waterfall and the power in the mist just is so consuming. It is very powerful, it's very breathtaking, it's amazing, and I was really excited to be able to visit this location and to see the power and the force of nature and how much strength it can have. So I already mentioned that it is handicap accessible, and I also mentioned that you can bring your pets, but what I didn't mention is that there is a bathroom at this location directly on the premises, so it is very convenient. However, there's just one bathroom, so you have to share that with a lot of people, so you might want to take that into consideration, maybe be prepared before you come. But it is great that they actually have a bathroom for emergencies. So I gave you a lot of facts about the Little River Canyon, and I explained how Desoto Falls is right on the mouth of it. It's right on the precipice, and so Desoto Falls is really a significant location, and I think it's a really beautiful waterfall. But not only is it the mouth and what carves out the canyon at Little River Canyon, but also it is the highest waterfall within the state of Alabama. It's over 100 feet tall. I'm not certain exactly how tall it is. They didn't really give any exact measurements, but I do know that the height of the waterfall will change with the water levels of the river itself. So at certain times, maybe it will be like 120 feet, and then other times maybe it's 150 feet. But regardless, you know, it is a very high waterfall, and it is amazing. It's really unique, and it's the biggest in the state. So that's another incentive for you to come and check this location out, because you can be like, hey, I went to the highest waterfall in Alabama, and then on top of that, it's right next to this canyon. So then you can travel down the canyon and see what the canyon has to offer. So it makes a really great family adventure. And I did the whole canyon and the waterfall in one day. So like I said, this is a great family trip, and you know, it is definitely worth your time. If you're looking for something to do in Alabama, this is it. Okay, so I'm about to show you more of Desoto Falls, but before I do that, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way I can take you to a new location each week. Okay, well that's all for Desoto Falls. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and share with your friends. And leave a comment if you've been to Desoto Falls or if you have heard about it. And I will see you next week when I take you to Little River Falls, located on the borders of Cherokee County, Alabama and DeKalb County, Alabama.